Well, hi guys, hopefully this finds you very well. My name's Paul, this is Plan Zed, and we've day 2 of the ToneX. Hopefully this finds you very well. Yeah, I've started trying to organise some patches, okay, in the ToneX and GT1000. I've made some amendments. Right, so on day 1, and it's actually day 3, guys, I spent yesterday reorganising the inside here so I could group things together. We'll talk about that in a little moment. But because I'm working without a computer, I want to work with just the box. Only going to connect it to update it if I need to. And yeah, let's see what this can do as a stomp box. Gibson. So what we've got for this session, we're going to hear some Marshalls hopefully a bit later. But we've got some Dumbles. I've grouped them together now. So we've got an A, a B, and a C. There's also a lead Dumble. So what I've done is I've grouped them together in the first couple of patches here. What I'm going to do is I want to dial this one here in dirty, and I want to take a copy of this one as it is, save it to the bank above, then dial this in dirty, but I want to level things. I want to see how the different gain stages sound through some quite heavily affected patches. So we need to get our levels first. So we've got just going to get my pickups. We're going to start out on the Les Paul. We've got a Tele in the session as well. Okay, so both pickups, Les Paul standard, neck pickup. Let's give ourselves some compression. Go back pickup. Now at the moment, one of the things I want to look at, and we're going to flit some Marshall amps in a minute because I want to test this. I've adjusted the inputs here. So with this, the send return, everything is as per yesterday's video where I'm sending out instrument level at 100. Going into the input here, coming out of the mono left of ToneX, which is sending line level, into GT1000 send return, where I spoke to you yesterday about the level. I normally have it at 50, around 50 or on 50 for line level, okay? But I found that ToneX wasn't quite loud enough. So I had it higher at 75, but I've brought it back down to 50, and I'm driving the amps louder, so I've upped the volumes of the amps to bring them to a level where I can do live looping, okay? And I want to get a level in a moment with these first patches here. But the other thing I want to look at, excuse me for pressing the wrong button there, is when we come into global, we have our input trim. Now, yesterday's session, I had that on -12. Let's just put it up a bit to -10. I'm going to end up on 10 there. Okay, so I've gone to -10, which might mean I need to adjust my levels a little bit, but let's see how we get on. So all I've done is just touch the level, which is coming on this button. I have my mode volume, and there I'm on 65. What I want to do, I need to tell you one other thing that I changed. So that's the send return I've brought down from 75 to 50, and when I've done that, I've increased the level of the amps, but I've just increased the level of the input, and we're going to get distracted slightly with EQ. So the EQ yesterday or in the last video, I think I was bumping the lows by 1, the highs by 1. Okay, doing my low and high cut and taking out 4K. Well, I'm doing the same thing, but this time I've dropped the low and the high shelf. I'm leaving them alone, and I'm just bringing up the level of the EQ by 1 dB. Okay, now what that's doing is taking the curve that I've created with my low cut and my high cut and my little dip at 4K, and it's just brought everything up a bit. So hopefully I've still got quite a nice shape going on, closer to what the unit should be sounding like. Okay, so that's how that's set in there. Now we've got different patches. Let's go to check a level with a beat quickly. So I'm going to bring in a beat. I can stick that audio there. When we come into ToneX, what I noticed with these models when I was putting them in is in the EQ, for some reason, this one here has got a high frequency here at 2K, okay? Whereas this one is centered around 1900. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've been finding that one a bit harsh around the 2K to my ears. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to pull that to the 19. You know, I've got the learning curve of a monkey. Although a monkey is probably a bit quicker. Here we go. Let's just turn that. Just stay on the same button, you fool. I prefer that centered around the 1900, okay? So let's just come out of there, pop into here, it's got to save it. Boom. I've called it Dumble A, but actually it's the one that was in the unit on 0B. It's that same patch, okay? I haven't, all I've done is put an A there. So, here's my clean. It's a bit louder. I think this one's centered around the 1900 already, yeah, so I don't feel like I need to change that. Okay, so let's come into here and let's just bump that level a touch. That's way off, isn't it? Or I've got the other ones too loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here. That felt quite loud. So I'm just going to come in, pull this back. Okay, so that's unedited. I'm going to leave that on 57. I hesitated because I feel it should be a bit louder. Just save that there. This can come right up. Now I want to do a copy of this in a minute, so I want to make sure the levels. How loud can we? Just kind of quite liked it on 88, but I'm just going to check this level. So just that one. There's only one. Okay, so we've got a lead one on the bank above. We've got this one. What I want to do is I want to use this A1. I'm going to go to a patch now where, yeah, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into some of these patches as I'm set up now. I've got GT1000 amps going through 2 notes in this patch as well, but I'm going to use the Dumble. So I'm in the other side of the divide. I just want to check my EQ. Yeah, that's all good. And I think there might be a compressor on the wets. Now, I've taken the compressors off the Dumble. If you remember yesterday, I was adjusting the volumes using the compressor. I've taken the compressor off now. It comes as stock with the compressor on it. So I can now add the compressor when I want to, but I could add a compressor from GT1000. But to give the patch flexibility, because I might choose to put high gain amps through this as well, I'm going to keep the compressor just on the wet channel, but we'll talk about that when we get into the next set of videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just start a beat and get my business going. I'm going to take the first loop on the RC505, so the sound quality won't be the best, but not bad. Let's give that a bit of grit. So I'll take the loop on the next round. Now is go to another experimental sound. Let's try the were in the last session. So we've now got what I want to do is let's go up a bag. So I'm just gonna do that this way. Okay, so now we've got a high gain patch. So this is called Dumble lead. Let's go in. Let's have a look at where. Just make sure the comps are off. Yeah. And let's look at the bass frequency for all of these has been 300. The mids have been 7. Oh, did I just press the wrong button again? 750. And the treble on this one's 19 again. Okay, great. So let's just come along and bump the level. Save that volume change. I'm going to leave that as it is, I think, for the moment. So I'm going to come back down. Now, what I might do is let's try. Do you feel like that needs to be up a bit? Look, we're already on 90. So they're quite differently leveled. You know, this one's at 55, this one's at like 60 something, this one's on 90. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a copy of this one. I just want to check. I've got 2 free ones here. Okay, so 2 free ones there. Let's go. Let's take this guy. And save it here. And what I think I'll probably do is let's keep that one as it is. Come down to here, and then we're going to crank the gain of this one. So now we've got control of the gain on this one. So let's just see where the gain was. So I'm gonna. It's up at 10 because that's where the jobbity what's it was. Let's come down, see where it was. 50. We're at 50. Are we? Okay, let me just check this volume is up. Okay, now let's crank the gain. I'm going to go to a patch where I've got a tube screamer. This is the clamp. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that, and we'll see how the level sits once I get some layers in. So that's a starting point. So I've got, okay, right. So let's stick on boost. I've got that in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up the vibe again. Let's go. Let's keep on this clean one for a moment. Put a compressor up. Add a pitch shifter. Compressor on, and I'm going to try taking off the compressor, putting on a drive. Sounds nice in here. Okay, in the room, I feel like I can hear all the parts, and it sounds cool, and I've tested out this sound, this guy, those guys, take those sticks away. Okay, let's change up the parts. 3, 4. Let's try to patch with the tube screamer. sitting here, it's quite awkward how I'm sitting. Okay, let's get that off. Okay, so I'm hearing what I want to hear in the room. So what I want to do now is, now I've heard that, I've been trying to group things together. I'm going to try dialing in the basement that we've got in here in a few different ways. But let's if we go all the way up to the top, if I remember right, all the way at the other end. Oh, this is super. Can't wait to level that. So we've got Fenders, Plexis. Just got to level these. Just want to hear the texture. JTM50. Got to level these. I just want to hear what the damage is. So now we move to JTM 45, if I remember right. I want to turn it up, but I don't want to. This is going to sound really quiet after that. Cool, so the textures are nice. So here I've got a spare bank. I'm going to overwrite those, and then we've got the Voxes. And what I want to do in the next video is take the Voxes, which I've grouped the three that were patches. I've got to level them. And then we're going to copy them and change the cabinet, see if we've got blues in there. Needs to be leveled. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Hopefully you found that interesting. Catch you later. Bye.